Hello, everybody. I'm coming in just a few minutes late, maybe. I'm having a bad hair day, so I'm wearing my hat today. Okay. How's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody's doing just fine. I'm going to go on ahead and post this link in here for anybody who wants to come in. I'm just getting that in right now. All right. All right, there we go. Anybody who wants to come in and do a live with me, you can just click on that link on the, well, I don't know where it'll show on your computer, but you can definitely click on that. All right. I'm just waiting for someone to come in. So fix my hair while I'm waiting on y'all. Got some of it sticking out here and there. You see, you can't tell. That's good enough. All right, y'all. Just waiting on you guys, waiting for somebody to come in. Some good water. It's cold too. Some good cold ice water. I love to have me some good cold ice water all day long. Just keep that on side of me. I've been making some ice, some big hunks of ice in some bowls and setting those in my freezer. And that works really good. I save like the little sour cream bowls. It's the perfect size to put into a cooler. I like it a lot. It's very good. My dad used to do that. He would save, my mom would save like butter container bowls. You know what I'm talking about? The margarine bowls, the country crocks. And they would fill those with water and freeze them, and it'd make a big old hunk of ice. And that lasts so much longer in a cooler than just those little pieces of ice like you buy at the store in a bag. It lasts a lot longer in a cooler, one big hunk of ice like that. And he would keep that cooler with him all the time. I never remember him not having it, actually. So it's kind of neat to see, neat to have. And he'd always say, do you want a little bit of this good cold water I got right here? And it was so nice to have. I can remember him putting it on his toolbox of his truck, and he'd tilt it down like that and press the button on it, and you could stand there and get you a good long drink of cold, ice cold water on one of those hot Louisiana days like we have here. So I see somebody's joined us. I'm not sure who. I have a feeling who it could be. It could be Mom. We'll have to fix your computer, Mom, where you can talk back to me on these things. I'll have to go and see you sometime soon and get that fixed. Although I did try to fix it before and I couldn't. So I don't know. There's no guarantee on that one. Always trying to figure out all this technical stuff. Made a video about some of it. Some people was pretty glad I had made it. They actually made some comments saying they really enjoyed the video and it helped them because, you know, some people, they just don't know. It took me forever to figure out like where the description was on the videos. So I wanted to share that with everybody, and, you know, maybe somebody else could learn from it. Well, today I'm going to be talking about self-care. It's a little bit different subject than what we usually talk about, but I think it's a good subject to talk about. And I made some notes, so I'm going to be reading on some of those notes. What is self-care and why is it important? Self-care is the practice of taking care of the physical, the mental, the emotional and spiritual aspects of our lives to promote health and wellness. While many people may view self-care as a form of selfish indulgence, the act of caring for oneself is an important part of a person's overall well-being. So, your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects all have to be taken care of. What is self-care? A lot of people don't understand just that simple thing. What is self-care? It's being able to promote health, prevent disease, maintain health, and cope with illness and disability with or without the support of a healthcare provider. One thing would be hygiene, general hygiene, just keeping your area clean, your house clean, for instance, keeping, dishes clean, floors clean, that type of stuff. Keeping your area clean in general. Also, there's the personal hygiene aspect of it. I know when my house is clean, I feel better. If it's not cluttered up, I can be more focused on whatever I need to do, not so distracted. When my house is cluttered, I feel somewhat distracted, I have to say. I'm just adding some music for us, y'all. That's all I'm doing. Here we go. Oh, I like that. It's not too loud, I don't think. Go up just a little bit with it. Okay. Let's see, where was we? Oh yeah, with the hygiene. I have some other notes on that too, y'all. Okay. So it makes me feel less distracted when my house is clean and it smells good and is decluttered. I just feel better and more relaxed and able to focus. Also, going back to the personal hygiene, I feel a lot better after a bath. The bath is also self-care to me because it's relaxing. Also, not just to clean up, it's also relaxing to sit in a hot tub of water. Very relaxing. And, when you get out, you feel refreshed and you just, I don't know, you just feel lighter and feel better. You smell good, from the soap and the deodorant and whatnot. Okay, so there's that. Then we have nutrition. That's a big part, very big part of self-care, because nutrition plays into so many different things. The way we feel, it makes a big difference what you eat. Good food makes me feel good, and junk food makes me feel tired and not wanting to do anything. A lot of times if I eat food that has a lot of sugar in it, even though I crave it and eat it, later I usually experience a crash, and then I just want to lay down. I'm so tired and wiped out. And I find sugar does that to me a lot. But junk food in general, there's a reason they call it junk food. It's really junk. Then there's exercise, of course. The more I move around, the more I want to move around. And the less I move around, the less I want to move around. So lately I've started walking in the morning. I either take a nice walk or I'll ride my bike. Now, there is crime out and about, so I'm kind of hesitant sometimes to walk or ride my bike, but I carry protection and I feel a lot better about my walks and my rides. So definitely that's part of being nice to yourself too, is protecting yourself. So there's many different ways you can do that as well. Now, when I do have an ailment, I try to find out what causes it. I'll look it up, try to find some information on it. I usually will look on the internet, or I'll look in some type of health books that I've acquired, because I do have several books on health and using healthy ways to treat things. Also, I have several books on essential oils, and that has a lot of ways to treat different things. The essential oils are very good. You can put them in infusers. You can even do your house cleaning with essential oils instead of exposing yourself to the harsh chemicals that are in a lot of commercial cleaners. So that's something to think about. If you do a lot of cleaning with commercial cleaners, you might want to think about exploring the essential oils, because you could do yourself a big favor by not only not being exposed to those chemicals, but being exposed to all the good stuff that's in the essential oils. If you don't know a whole lot about essential oils, it's a good thing to look into. There's a lot of worth in looking into that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I love the essential oils. I definitely would recommend anybody who's interested in that, in natural cures, or maybe not cures, but treatments. Definitely look into that. Okay, let's see. The main goal of self-care is to prevent or control disease and preserve overall well-being through consistently taking care of various aspects of your health. For a person to practice true self-care, they must use personal responsibility and self-reliance in a way that positively impacts their health in the current moment and in the future. Positively impacts. So in a positive manner. There are so many things we can do that results in something negative for our health. So we have some choices we need to make. That's where that personal responsibility comes in, and the self-reliance. Some examples of what some may think of as self-care is not self-care. Some people may think of overindulging in spending as self-care, as a treat to themselves, and that is actually destructive behavior. Binge eating your favorite but unhealthy foods, again, destructive behavior. That's not going to positively affect you. Participating in activities that provide instant gratification, going on expensive and lavish vacations. If you go on a vacation to treat yourself and you can't afford that vacation, then you've actually hurt yourself, because you're going to come home more stressed out than when you left, because you've spent all kind of money that you didn't have. And then you're left with this big debt. So that is not a good way to call yourself doing self-care, going on a vacation that you cannot afford or don't have time to take. Perfecting oneself by any means necessary. Some people may, I take that as what, maybe they have some sort of surgery or something. I don't know. It could be though. And numbing bad feelings using alcohol or illicit substances. Again, you're defeating the purpose. You're not really helping yourself. That's not really self-care, because you're not dealing with whatever problem's at hand. You're just numbing it. And when the numbness goes away, guess what? The problem's still there. Binge watching television. Some people may think that's self-care. but it's not. Just sitting there for hours in front of the TV, that's not self-care. You could be doing something a lot more productive with your time. I'm sure if you look around, you can see some things that need to be done. And why not just get up and start doing it? You know, I mean, I do that too, but I try not to binge watch TV because I do look at that as, I don't know, it could be wasted time if I got stuff that needs to be done and I can do it. Now, what self-care actually is prioritizing one's physical and mental health. When you think about it, put things in priority, what's most important, and taking care of those things. I always said living things first. You know, if you need to take care of yourself, you need to take care of your hygiene, take care of your house, make sure these things are clean, you and your house. Providing for your family, making sure your family has meals, healthy meals to eat. You know, sometimes we have to take care of people that can't take care of themselves, and we have to make sure that they have proper meals and whatever else they may need, depending on the individual. And of course, you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you surely can't take care of anyone else. And you need to take care of that mental health as well, like we were saying, but we're going to get to that in a minute. Now, adopting healthy lifestyle habits that can be maintained long-term. Like, choose an exercise program that you know you'll stick to. Don't pick an outrageous exercise program that you know you're not going to stick to. Pick something that you actually enjoy, like a little walk. That can give you some exercise, and it can help you to clear your mind as well. I mean, for me, that would be the perfect solution. A bike ride too would do the same thing for me. Eating a healthy diet. We all struggle with that. We are exposed to so much junk food, the potato chips, the sugary snacks, the stuff that comes in boxes that are already prepared. All those are junk foods. The closer we can eat to natural foods, the better we're going to feel. So that would be something to work toward. Getting an adequate amount of good quality sleep. Now, that can be really difficult. That's a hard one. So we're going to have to think about that one, because I'm still working on that myself. Treatment plans for existing conditions accordingly. Say you have diabetes. You want to make sure that you are doing everything you can to keep that in check. Take time out for yourself to participate in healthy activities you enjoy. Maybe you like playing cards. Maybe you like getting out, playing cards with some friends. That would be an example of an activity you could get out. It would be good for your mind. So why not spend a little time with some friends? So there's the physical health care. I'm going to switch our music, y'all, since we're just kind of hanging out here. Let's see if I can get to it. Okay, there we go. So take care of your physical health. Taking care of it is a form of self-care that helps improve quality of life and prevent or manage chronic conditions. Physical self-care will be difficult. It can be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. Now, every person's going to have something different that they need to do to take care of themselves, to practice physical self-care. Getting the proper amount of exercise, eating regularly, well-balanced meals, mostly whole foods, and staying hydrated. What are whole foods? Well, they're least processed as possible. Just about anything we get out there is going to be kind of processed. As close to natural as possible would be considered whole foods, like whole grains, fruits and vegetables, fresh meats and fish, milk, yogurt, legumes, nuts, and seeds. Those are the nuts and seeds. I find is a very healthy snack option, especially when you're out on the road. Bring you some nuts or seeds with you to snack on. That can prevent you from eating junk food when you get too hungry. It could prevent you from buying fast food. Another thing is you could bring something healthy with you when you're out so that you don't have to have that fast food, junk food, like I call it, which I eat it too, but I have to work on it. It's a constant thing that I have to work on. Most foods are processed to some degree, and I do try to avoid the processed foods, and like fast food, frozen pizza, microwavable dinners. You can easily identify these products by their long list of hard to pronounce ingredients. You ever turn a box over in a store and start reading the ingredients and you can't even pronounce what's in it? So you really have no idea what's in it because you can't even pronounce it. You've never even seen these words before. And then you're putting that in your body. Your body's kind of, you could compare it to a car. You wouldn't put dirt in your oil in your vehicle. So why would you put junk into your body, which you're depending on to live in? So we need to think about those things. They're very important. Staying hydrated. Drinking plenty of water is the best thing you can do to stay hydrated. 80% of water intake comes from fluids. Good foods for hydration would be fruits and vegetables. But of course, water is the best liquid to stay hydrated with. And you would want to limit your sugary and very caffeinated drinks. So you would want to think about that, because sometimes a high amount of sugar or caffeine processes very quickly through the body, and it actually can leave you feeling dehydrated. Now we have our mental health to consider for self-care. Mental self-care is designed to drive a healthy mind by practicing brain-stimulating activities and healthy mental behaviors. Mental self-care can help you manage stress, lower your risk of illness, and increase your energy. While no two people are the same, these strategies can help you manage stress and stimulate your mind. Hey, Donna. I'm glad you came in and joined me. How are you doing today? Okay, so managing stress and stimulating your mind. You could use relaxation programs or apps regularly to incorporate meditation, yoga, muscle relaxation, and breathing exercises. I'm good today, Donna. Yes, we are having beautiful weather. We sure are. No storms, no rain. And I'm supposed to be getting even a little bit cooler weather in a day or so. We are discussing self-care. We've gone over some of it, and right now we're getting into the mental self-care. Things you can do for that. Practice gratitude by reminding yourself daily of the things you're grateful for. Participate in creative activities you enjoy. Like I was saying earlier, maybe you like playing chords or, doing a puzzle. The Sudoku, that's a good one too. I don't know if any of you tried that, but I like that. The easier ones. I do like that. And I think that's very good for your brain. Scrabble, that's a good board game. We used to play board games all the time. We don't do that anymore. Monopoly, Scrabble, just different little board games. Those are very good for your mental health. Try a new hobby. Exercising like walking is good for me, Donna says. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. I just recently started walking because I can tell I need to. I need to do some kind of exercise. I find myself in the my office way too much. I'm listing stuff on the computer. I'm making movies or videos, whatever you call it, on the computer all the time. And I'm stuck in this chair. So I can tell a difference in my body. I'm losing muscle. So I've started walking and riding my bike, and I'm kind of like alternating those. But I was also saying, that crime is at an all-time high. So I do carry protection when I do walk or ride my bike. Just 30 minutes, 2 days a week. Yeah, that's probably something more that you could stick to than what I'm trying to do of every day. Relationships also is a big part of self-care. A big part of it. Research has shown that different forms of relationships, whether they be romantic, platonic, or family, can all benefit overall health and well-being. Right, I want a bike to ride. I always loved riding my bike when I was young. I know. I do have a bike, and I've been riding it every other day, just to like do different muscle groups, walk one day and then ride the bike the next day. And I love that. It's actually a lot cooler to ride a bike than it is to walk because you get a little bit of breeze. And I think that's so awesome. I love riding my bike. I always did too, Donna. When I was little, we lived in a good neighborhood and we didn't have to worry about crime in our neighborhood. We could ride our bikes as children very easily. It wasn't much traffic, and hair flying. I had some good times riding my bike. I definitely did. I got in a couple of wrecks. It does clear your mind, and that's what I like about it. That's what I really like about it the most, I would have to say. The walking and the bike riding, it helps you to clear your mind. So the good relationships are very good for your health. A couple of scores to show, yeah. Me too. I had some good experiences and some bad ones riding the bike, actually. I remember one time I was riding my bike down to my friend's, and I had my Barbie doll case on the front of the bike, and I had it hooked on the handlebar, and I was just going along, everything was just terrific. The sun was shining. I was going to my friends. I had my Barbie doll case. The wind was in my hair, like you say. And all of a sudden, one of the neighbors' dogs came out running. And barking and running. You know, every time I would pass by that house, I would look. They had German Shepherds. I would look and try to avoid them. And I looked back and I seen that dog coming. And so I got terrified. And I just took off as fast as I could. I was out of breath when I made it to my friend's house. And when I got there, I was beating on the door like, please let me in, hurry up. The dog's right there. And I looked back and it was my dog. It wasn't even the neighbor's dog. So, yeah. And then another time I was going over there and I had that Barbie doll case, and that thing got stuck in the front spokes of my bike and it flipped my bike completely over and I totally wiped out on the pavement. So that was 2 bad incidents, and about in the same location. It's giving me a hot flash, girl, thinking about that. Okay, so the healthy relationships are very important to have with our family and friends. But on the flip side, you remember that? Not having healthy relationships can be detrimental to health. Did you know that? Just because you have a bad relationship with a friend or family member, that can be detrimental to your health. Yeah, my mouth would be wide open like Lucy on Peanuts. You crazy girl. You're right though. When people lack platonic relationships, they are more likely to be subject to psychological distress and engage in unhealthy behaviors. So ways to foster relationships would be regularly scheduling get-togethers, coffee, a walk, a meal, going to the movies. Going to the movies is out because that's so expensive you can forget it. Or just hanging out with friends or family members. Yeah, come on. I would love you to come on. Oh, I had put the thing on earlier, but I guess it's way at the top. Hold on, I'll resend it. There. Okay, here it comes. There it is. I don't know if you can see it yet, if it got to you yet. So I'm just waiting on you. I see you coming in on the studio. I see your name anyway. Okay, I see you. Let me see if I can get you in here. Okay, there you are. Hey! Now you can say what you mean.
Yes, that typing is fast enough. Yes, now.
Okay. Am I how's the sound? How's the sound?
Sounds good, but I'm echoing.
When you talk, you're echoing?
I think so. Oh, it's delayed. Hey. I'll try to keep up though. Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
We was talking about bad relationships.
Yes. We were saying that a good relationships with family and friends is it will help and benefit overall health and well-being. And that on the flip side, not having healthy relationships can be detrimental to health. When people lack platonic relationships, they are more likely to be subject to psychological distress and engage in unhealthy behaviors. The ways to foster the relationships include regularly scheduling get-togethers like coffee, a walk, a meal, or just hanging out with friends or family members. A walk, a meal, or just I heard that good. Okay. So
Brenda,
yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
did y'all hear music just now
Yeah.
coming in?
Uh-huh.
Hello?
But I don't hear it anymore.
Did it
Yeah.
work? Okay, I went into some settings and I kind of tuned
But I
some
don't hear it
settings.
anymore.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay.
But I don't hear it anymore.
Brenda, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's kind of reverberating.
You're getting that reverb now?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
But it's kind of reverberating.
I'm going to go full with it. I'm trying to get it right, so keep on going.
But it's kind of reverberating.
I don't know why.
Now, see, it done said it 3 times.
Oh, it said it 3 times? Am I
Yeah.
still?
See, it done said it 3 times.
Is it better now or not? Nope.
No.
Pitiful, huh?
Yeah. See, it done said it. I don't know why it's doing that. You still working on it?
And we still echoing, huh? Hello, hello?
I'm not hearing. No, it's not echoing now.
You're echoing.
It's not. I'm echoing at your house. It's not echoing on my side anymore.
I need to put my glasses on. I don't know why. Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure this out.
I know. It's, they got my picture loud and clear too.
Yeah, I can see you. I can hear you better now.
My internet is very.
All right.
I'm so late. I don't know what to do with that. I'm a fool with some stuff though, so I guess you keep on talking, and I'm gonna see if I can see that.
Okay. All righty then.
If I can't handle that.
Connecting with community or faith-based groups and volunteering for a local organization or joining a local group, such as a hiking club, a knitting group, or other interest group. Michelle would like the knitting group, I bet. And Merlene would like the card playing group. And then there's our spiritual needs, like listening to inspirational music or going to church, praying, reading the Bible, and practicing gratitude by being thankful on a daily basis. That's all good spiritual self-care. Tending to those spiritual needs each day, just like you would with your eating healthy foods, compared to junk food. You know, your spiritual, what you feed your mind with can be junk also. It can be junk, or it can be something that is helpful to your mind. And that's where I would say the spiritual stuff would come in. That would be more helpful to your mind than a lot of the junk that's out there that you could feed your mind with. So why is self-care important? Well, after everything we've discussed, it's pretty obvious that it could reduce stress levels. Putting your health and your needs first, along with giving yourself a bit of rest, can significantly reduce stress levels. And it can also increase your self-worth. The more you take care of yourself, the better you'll feel about who you are as a person. This is because more of your core needs will be met on a regular basis. Feelings of belonging is another short-term benefit of self-care. Spending time with others will provide feelings of belonging and love, which is good for your overall mental health. While the short-term benefits of self-care are good, the long-term benefits are what self-care is more focused on, like managing chronic conditions. By practicing physical and mental self-care strategies, conditions such as depression, diabetes, and heart disease can be more effectively managed. Disease prevention. Implementing self-care practices such as regular exercise, eating healthy, and stress management techniques reduces the risks of heart attack, stroke, and obesity in the future. Stress reduction. Stress affects all systems in the body. Chronic stress can lead to chronic health conditions. Practicing self-care that reduces chronic. Okay, Donna's picture just left on me. Stress affects all systems in the body. Chronic stress can lead to chronic health conditions. Practicing self-care that reduces chronic stress can help lower the risk of developing health conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, gastrointestinal disorders, and more. Healthier relationships. When taking better care of our personal needs, we're better able to engage in healthy relationships, particularly due to increased self-esteem and self-worth. Okay, Donna, that's fine. I hear you. Improve job satisfaction. Self-care practices could improve job satisfaction and teamwork while reducing burnout. Authors of a review of multiple studies concluded the solution for burnout is complex, but self-care strategies are one of the several components that could be effective. Improved quality of life. When self-care practices help to better manage health conditions, reduce stress, or create a greater sense of belonging, overall well-being and quality of life improve. How to practice self-care. Building your perfect self-care plan will depend on your personal health and lifestyle. To create a plan to encourage better health and well-being, determine your overall level of health. Once you know your starting point health-wise, you can begin adding or subtracting certain activities or stressors in your life to focus on improving your health. So all the bad stuff you want to make a list of, and all the good stuff you want to make a list of, and start eliminating the bad stuff and adding to the good stuff. We can't avoid stress completely, but we can take steps to avoid certain stressors. Teaching ourselves to cope with these stresses can help to lessen our stress reaction. Everyone develops strategies to cope with health issues, stress, and other life problems. Make a list of your coping strategies and see which ones are healthy and which ones aren't. The unhealthy ones that don't serve you well can be swapped out for healthier coping mechanisms. After completing these steps, you can begin to formulate a plan that you can commit to. Self-care strategies for people with chronic disease is going to look different than for someone who doesn't have a chronic disease. So overall, the summary would be, self-care is the practice of taking care of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of your life to promote health and wellness. It's a lifestyle that enables you to set aside time for your health to ensure your overall well-being now and for the years to come. If you do adopt the right techniques to care for yourself, you'll be able to reap the benefits, such as better physical and mental health, the prevention of better management of disease, and better personal and workplace relationships. So that's all I have to say about all of that. I hope y'all got something out of it. And we're about to the end of our hour here, actually. We had a small crowd this evening, just a couple of us, but that's good. Hopefully you can come in on the next one. Jack's working. Maybe we'll do one that's just you and I, and we can figure out what's going on with that echoing in the background. So that would be good. Could figure that out. Yeah, it is hard to give that time for yourself. But I've been thinking about it a lot, you know. Like I said, I can tell I'm not as strong as I used to be, so I would like to work on that. Just doing some more exercises and trying to incorporate some healthier eating habits as well. I know about healthy eating habits. I've done that before, you know, so I know what that is. I know what that looks like. I know what it looks like to eat whole foods, and I have slipped away from that somewhat. So I want to get back into that, and I want to try to incorporate also some of that cooking into my channel, healthier cooking. Okay, you want a Bible verse? Well, I don't have my Bible right here. We can do a Bible question if you will like that. I'm just looking for one that I like. I would rather do a Bible verse, though, actually. I know a very short Bible verse, and it says, Jesus wept. Well, that's not uplifting for y'all, is it? Okay, hold on. I'm going to get y'all one. I hope you can still see me because I actually changed the tab on my computer. You have one? Well, let's hear it. Because my internet's not fast enough for me to change tabs and get something else. So I'm glad you came in with one. It said, "For God gave us a spirit not to fear, but of power and love and self-control." Well, that's perfect. That's just the Bible verse we need, Donna. As God gave us a spirit not to fear, but of power and love and self-control. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. That's a good one. Yep, we just need to try to remember that. Okay. See what time my phone says because it's different than my computer. 6:52. It's the same as what your message says the time is, 6:52. Isn't that something? How my computer here says 7:04. Totally different. Well, I guess I'm gonna retire. Go take one of those hot baths and use that as some self-care for the night. Be in Us Odyssey is just coming in. Okay. Yeah, I'll call you when I'm doing. I'll wait till it's 7 o'clock on here because I have 2 people that just came in. Hi, Us Odyssey and Treasure Hunter Neil. Hello, everyone. I'm eating and can't chat. And BNN Odyssey says daylight saving is not on your computer. Well, that's not until after. Well, okay, yeah. Well, I'm thinking about something else. The time changes after Halloween. Yeah, my computer is the time on my computer is different from the time on my phone. It's off by about 10 minutes. So I always get confused when I go to do these lives of what time it starts, because I'm usually looking at the time on my computer. It'll be getting dark at 5. The shorter days, because I have a tendency to work until it gets dark, and then I don't come in and bathe until after it gets dark. And with the summertime, that can be 9 o'clock, Yeah, I like it when the time changes. I like it when it gets dark earlier. That way I can come in, bathe, eat, clean the kitchen, and sit down and watch TV for a while and actually come down and rest and relax before it's time to go to bed. Whenever it's summertime and it gets dark so late and you come in like that, and it just You don't have time to come down and rest and relax before it's time to go to bed. Because I like to go to bed at 10 o'clock. That's really what time I prefer to go to bed. Usually I'm up about 6 o'clock. Sometimes it can be earlier or and it can be later. So I'm going to say average of 6 o'clock in the morning. But y'all, what time y'all rise and shine? BNS Odyssey, we just wanted to say hello, they said. Well, I'm sure glad y'all did. I hope y'all hit a thumbs up on your way out. I would appreciate it. And Treasure Hunter Neil, can you give me a thumbs up? I know you're eating. Yeah, when the time changes. Yeah, come back and join us Thursday at 6. We talked about self-care today. You can always go back and look at it. You know, it'll still be there. We did that on the way in, the thumbs up. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, sometimes I'll be watching somebody's live and I won't think about it as soon as I go in. I'll think about it maybe halfway through or even towards the end. I need like a little reminder. Neil is the N in B and N. Oh, okay. He just has his own channel. Do y'all have a channel? I have to go and check it out if y'all do. Because some people, you know, they're on YouTube and they don't do channels. They just watch. So if y'all have channels, you know, let me know. And I'll go and check them out. And subscribe. I had did that with some of my other ones that had came in. So I always have to go and explore, see what the deal is. I'll write y'all's down. Treasure Hunter Neil. I wonder if he goes treasure hunting. So it sounds like we had a metal detector for a while at my mom's, and we like to dug up the whole yard with that. He just uses his for a username to stay connected. So you have a channel, I take it? This is our channel. Okay, I see it now. All right. I got it. I'm going to go check it out and subscribe to it. Not as much as he would like to find stuff. Well, like I said, we had a metal detector and we dug up the whole yard over there. And actually, we got into a place where it must have been a junk pile because we was digging up tin and all kind of stuff. Yes, if you would like to have a discussion on, to let us know and we will discuss them. I know, I wish I need to come up with my topics way ahead of time instead of like the day of. But I was thinking like, I don't know, nutrition, that type of thing. How do y'all feel about that? Maybe even essential oils. I don't know. You see, it's like the mood has to strike me for what I want to talk about on that day. But anyway, it's an hour. It's been an hour, y'all. So I know Mr. E's gonna be ready to get on his different foods we eat would be a good one. I know, like I was saying, those ingredients in some of those boxed foods that you can't even pronounce the ingredients in. Yeah, that would make a good one. You could talk a while about that. I could just bring some stuff out of my pantry to discuss that I shouldn't eat. All right, y'all. Well, I'll be back Thursday night if I'm alive and able. Thursday night at 6 Central Time. I hope y'all all come back. Right, me too. All right, y'all. Well, it's good chit-chatting with y'all. Hope y'all take care of each other. That's part of self-care too, is taking care of each other. All right. Well, I love y'all. Love you, Mom. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Y'all are awesome. Don't forget it.